Have you ever felt like you were facing a giant, a challenge so big it seemed impossible to overcome? You're not alone. We all have our Goliaths to conquer. Today, we unveil the power of faith as your secret weapon against your biggest fears. Whether you're battling anxiety, pursuing a daunting career goal, or confronting a personal demon, this video will show you how to tap into the invincible power of faith to conquer your Goliaths. Speaking of Goliaths, let's rewind about 3,000 years to ancient Israel. Picture this: a scrawny shepherd boy named David, armed with a sling and a few stones, facing off against Goliath, a towering warrior over 9 feet tall, covered in armor and wielding weapons that probably weighed more than David. Talk about a mismatch, right? But here's the kicker: David won. How? It wasn't just skill or luck, it was faith. Now you might be thinking, that's a great story, but what does it have to do with me? Well, let's fast forward to today. Meet Sarah, a 28-year-old aspiring entrepreneur. Her Goliath? Leaving her stable job to start her own business. The giants of financial insecurity and potential failure loomed large. But like David, Sarah found strength in her faith. She believed in her vision and trusted that she'd find a way through even if things didn't go as planned. Sarah's story isn't unique. Every day, people face their own Goliaths. You're not alone in this. Maybe yours is a health challenge, a difficult relationship, or a seemingly impossible goal. The question is, how can you tap into faith to overcome these giants? Let's break it down into 3 key lessons from David's story that you can apply to your life today. 1. Recognize your strengths. David didn't try to wear Saul's armor or use weapons he wasn't comfortable with. Instead, he stuck to what he knew, his sling and stones. In the same way, identify your unique strengths and abilities. What are you good at? What experiences have prepared you for this challenge? For instance, if you're facing a career setback, think about the skills you've developed over the years. Your sling and stones might be your adaptability, your network, or your problem-solving skills. 2. Focus on faith, not fear. When everyone else saw an unbeatable giant, David saw an opportunity to prove his faith. He chose to focus on his belief in God rather than the fear of his opponent. In your life, this might mean shifting your focus from what could go wrong to what could go right. Instead of dwelling on potential failure, concentrate on the possibilities that faith opens up. 3. Take action. Faith without action is just wishful thinking. David didn't just believe he could win. He stepped onto the battlefield and took aim. What's one small step you can take today towards overcoming your giant? Maybe it's making that phone call you've been putting off, or signing up for that class you've been considering. Remember, even the smallest action, fueled by faith, can set big things in motion. Now you might be wondering, this all sounds great, but how do I actually build this kind of faith? Great question. Here are some practical tips. 1. Surround yourself with supportive people. Just as David had Samuel and Jonathan, find your own mentors and cheerleaders who believe in you. 2. Practice gratitude. Regularly acknowledging the good in your life can boost your faith and optimism. 3. Visualize success. Take time each day to imagine yourself overcoming your challenge. This mental rehearsal can strengthen your belief in a positive outcome. 4. Learn from setbacks. When things don't go as planned, treat it as a learning opportunity rather than a failure. This resilience is a key component of unshakable faith. 5. Connect with something greater than yourself. Whether through prayer, meditation, or community service, tapping into a sense of higher purpose can fuel your faith. Remember, building faith is like building muscle. It takes consistent practice and effort, but the rewards are worth it. Let's look at another modern-day David, Alex, a high school student with severe social anxiety. His Goliath was public speaking. The very thought of standing in front of his class made his palms sweat and his heart race. But Alex didn't let fear win. He started small, practicing in front of a mirror. Then, with close friends, he joined a supportive speech club and gradually built his confidence. With each small victory, his faith grew. By the time he had to give his graduation speech, Alex was ready to face his giant. The story of David and Goliath isn't just ancient history. It's a blueprint for facing our own giants. Whether it's a career change like Sarah, a personal challenge like Alex, or something entirely different, faith can be your slingshot against fear. So, what's your Goliath? What giant are you facing right now? Remember, you're stronger than you think. Your unique talents and experiences have prepared you for this moment. With faith as your ally, you can overcome impossible challenges. As you go about your day, keep this in mind. Every giant in your life is an opportunity to grow stronger, to prove your faith, and to inspire others. You might be someone else's David, showing them what's possible when you believe. Now it's your turn. Please share in the comments below what giant you're facing and how you plan to overcome it. Your story could encourage someone else to face their own Goliath. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on more inspiring content. If you find this video helpful, share it with a friend who might need encouragement. Remember, faith can move mountains, or in this case, defeat giants. So go out there and show your Goliath who's boss.